Hey folks, Corey Arnold out here at Truck-2022. Hey, got in a brand new truck today, one that is kind of unique. So we have had the 2022 Toyota Tundra in the Platinum model. However, what we have not had is a Platinum model with the actual tow mirrors. This is really, really cool. This is my first look at actually the tow mirrors. I know that actually they've got a power folding feature as well as a power extending. So hopefully some of that we'll get to check out. This one is sold and the gentleman is getting ready to take delivery of it now. So before we run out of time, I do want to just kind of highlight the mirrors because we have shown videos before of the one right there. All right, so right here on this side, let me start it up. A couple of features that I want us to see. Number one, blind spot monitoring. All right, so what that means is, and you've been used to that, anytime somebody gets in the blind spot, it actually lets us know. Now, tow mirrors, of course, are important and critical when you're towing a big load, typically a camper or a large trailer. You want to be able to see around. All right, so we got the blind spot monitoring, which is electronic, and then we've got the actual mirror here. This was kind of cool right here. I didn't really know what that was when it came in this morning, but that's actually neat. Because imagine if you get to a campsite kind of late right there, just kind of gives you a light shining right down on the ground. But here's the other thing right here. All right, now also don't forget, we've actually got a camera on the bottom of that mirror. Now the old Tundra, or I should say some of the older Toyotas, they had 4 cameras. This one actually has got 6 cameras, so all the way around. But watch what happens to the mirror here. Just imagine if you would, again, you've got a big camper or a big trailer. You want to make sure that you're able to see around it. Power slide mirror right there. Back in and out. And then I want to show you also power folding feature right here. Okay, so let me where's my power folding? I can't find it. Oh, right here. Sorry. Alright, so there's the actual power folding right there. Of course, if you're going through the line, you're going to want to have some neat feature there. Okay, so let's check out the rest of it. Power running boards, before they go back up, get a shot of those actually going up. Now, that's actually an added option at this trim level. It is not standard, but one of those nice options that anytime you actually go to get in the vehicle, it pops down, and then door closed, pops right back up on that side. All right, nice truck that we've got there. All right, so let's look at the back of the vehicle. Tons of room. This is the actual Crewmax model, okay? Now, this is the Platinum, so the Platinum comes with the black leather, but with the actual blue trim. And notice also you got some actually blue right there, with some holes right there on the side. Kind of really dresses that up. I really like this car in the back. Man, look at that right there. We've got heated seats and ventilated seats in the rear. Talk about luxury. Now, you normally see that on some of our premium cars in the front seats, and even some of our cars have got heated seats in the rear, but this is the first one where we've got the heated and ventilated seats in the rear of the vehicle that we've got there. All right, now I'm gonna let this up so you can actually check out the cargo space. Look at that big, deep well underneath there. Huge box right there. I'd say that's probably a good, 10 inches down to the bottom of that box. Just a lot of storage space that you could have in there. And that one over there kind of lets you move the compartments on that side. So in case you've got, see these slots right here? You can actually grab those and actually move them on this side. What a great idea that is. Just to kind of keep your cargo separated and everything there. I like that right there. Rear sunshade in the back there, nice option. Just another one of those things. Look at that right there. I love the fact you could be riding down the road. They've got that actually up on that side. A little hideaway storage underneath that. Neat feature. Right there. All right, come on around for me on this side. Now, because this is actually the Platinum, remember, limited and above has got the actual remote release. So watch this right here. The idea is that my hands are full, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is take my elbow, extend it out, push that little button right there. And of course, the reason this one didn't pop down because we added a trifold to it this morning, okay? And notice also the bed actually comes, the bed step comes out. So when you get those power running boards, you also get a power bed step in the back. So when you open up this back here, notice that that actually came open. Tell you what, I'm gonna do it again so you can actually see it this time. All right, so power step is gonna go back in just like that right there. But again, watch this. Gonna push here on the side. All right, that's gonna open, and then that power step comes down. Again, the reason that's not popping down is because we added the actual trifold cover to the actual vehicle this morning, all right? So tons of room here. We've got a fully composite bed now. So really, a lot of people still want actually to get a spray-in bed liner. You don't have to have a spray-in bed liner anymore because of the composite material. What the vehicle really needs is a bed mat, but if you want to get a spray-in bed liner, certainly that's something that we can actually add to some of the trucks that we've got there. All right. All right, so dressed up here on the side, I did have a customer the other day who said, man, you know, this piece up here really kind of threw him off. But to me, on a white truck, I like the contrast. But on a darker truck, you probably, you know, like if you had a dark gray or a dark blue, you probably wouldn't even notice that difference that we've got up there. But a good looking truck nonetheless that we've got there. All right. Now, this particular one will back up and tow. This is a Crew Max. It is four-wheel drive, so we've got to come down from that 12,000 pounds max towing. I bet we probably drop to probably somewhere 10.5 or so on that, but every one of these is different. Because remember, most people think that four-wheel drives tow more. No, they don't. Four-wheel drives have more traction, but two-wheel drive trucks actually tow more. So the fact that this is a Crew Max and the fact that it's a four-wheel drive, that's extra weight. We have to take that off of that towing. As a matter of fact, if you'll spin around right there, that's kind of the configuration that would tow a little bit more. That right there, but in an SR5 is where you would get that max towing out of that vehicle right there on that side. All right, come on around for me on this side. Really let you get a look at some styling here. So an up close, this is the wheel that comes standard on the actual Platinum model. That's a 20-inch wheel. That's the same design as the 1794, but the 1794 actually has got a machine finish here on the side, whereas with this one, we've actually got that dark gray tying in to the black theme. Because keep in mind, if you want chrome, you buy the 1794. If you want it to be color keyed, we don't do a 1794. We actually do the Platinum model. They're really kind of considered to be on the same level, but the Platinum is again about no chrome actually on the vehicle that we got there. I love that piece up on top of that wheel well there. Just kind of jazzes that up a little bit on that side. So let's get a look here. Now we've got the big 14-inch screen actually in this vehicle. This screen is actually standard, limited, and above. It's an option on the SR5 model, but once you get to the limited, it's actually standard. Also, the full panoramic view sunroof. It's an option at the limited, but on the 1794 and on the Platinum, which we're in, that panoramic view sunroof, you don't have to ask for that as an option. That is actually standard. Talk about really bringing in a lot of light inside the cabin of this vehicle. It is a beautiful car. Look how the wood actually ties in, because you know we're going with the darker theme. You see the blue in it? So we've got the blue in the metal flake right there. See that? Blue in the stitching. But if you'll look right there, there's actually a little blue mixed in to that, actually, that faux wood right there. Really looks good. Also a piece up on that side with that kind of metallic gray. Guys, I gotta tell you, this is a really good looking truck that we've got there. Big console, but it also opens up. I know that's gonna be in the way of the camera right there, but just a lot. The wireless charging, I like the way that actually stands up, kind of leans forward and gives a little pressure, so we get that wireless charging. One thing that this gentleman's got to do when he gets home, okay? Now, this one actually is the part-time four-wheel drive system, so 60 miles an hour or less. All he's got to do is take that lever, push that down, and then slide back just one. That's how we go into the high four-wheel drive. For low four-wheel drive, you are going to stop the vehicle, put it in neutral, push down again, and then we're going to push down into that low four-wheel drive, okay? But we're going to get him back up into that two-wheel drive position there, all right? Now, the drive modes here, this is not the multi-terrain select. So you have to get a off-road package to get that, and you don't get an off-road package in the actual Platinum Edition. We kind of assume, or Toyota should say, kind of assume you can do some light off-roading in this, but if you want to do that rock climbing, you need to get either an SR5 or 1794 or a limited model or the TRD Pro, which comes of course with that off-road package. That's where we get the multi-terrain select and also the rear locking differential actually in that vehicle that we've got there. So a little bit more serious as far as off-roading goes with those particular ones there. This gentleman is going to be actually towing in this vehicle, and one of the neatest things is this vehicle actually has got straight path assist. So when he gets home, he's got to go through a series of naming his trailer. It's going to ask him how long the trailer is. It's going to ask him how many axles, and then it's going to tell him to pull forward, and there's some videos out there that we're going to make sure he goes home with. But what that's about is making sure that when he actually gets ready to back into a campsite, once he straightens that trailer out and then he hits a button right here, and that's the button right here on this side, that's actually the straight path assist. So what that guarantees is that the truck and the trailer will stay straight. Now, is it going to steer the trailer for you? No. It just guarantees that the truck and the trailer will stay in a straight path. So what you want to do is line that trailer up with where you want it to go, and then really your job after that, the steering wheel will actually automatically move itself and get you into that space. Kind of neat there. I'm one of those people, I'm terrible at backing a trailer, so it would really be helpful for me. Is that every single Toyota Tundra has its own unique grill, okay? So if it was a TRD grill, we would have that written here. In the 1794, everywhere we're seeing the dark gray finish would actually be a really, really light, I don't want to say chrome, but a really light, almost chrome finish that we've got there. But again, because we're going for the color key than the dark, we've got the really, really dark gray on this Platinum model right here. Guys, this is the one beautiful truck. Come out and see him here at Toyota of Easley. You got to give me some time. This gentleman probably has waited about 4 months to get this Tundra in, and eventually we'll get it for you. Have a great day.